featured here, 2v2 faction battle tournament. This is round 1, game 2, Hydra's Chasm, blue team. For the Imperial Guard we have Stoned Elf Boy, plays a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights in melee combat and starts off with this energy shield. Alongside, Shas'el plays a Lord General, fights range combat, has his retinue to help him out, really good defense and support. For the Orks, we have double Warbosses. First up is Toilailee, and alongside is Tex. These guys are angry melee commanders that walk through cover, really good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, and it can be made exceedingly tough as well. West side has both the natural VPs, southwest is Orks, northwest Imperial Guard, and east side the contested looks like Sluggers will take it. Double shooters for Toilailee, Tex with double sluggers and shooters in between, and he's going for some more sluggers. The Sentinel in between two guardsmen for both of the Imperial Guard players. Look at the damage the Sentinel takes from 2 default shooter boy squads. Now has the ground pound upgrade. Commissar Lord loses his shield in a flash. Guardsmen repairing, but they're not firing. At least this squad isn't. There is a stomp, gets the Warboss and the sluggers. Commissar Lord going in amongst them, trying to get model losses. Here comes Shas'el with the assist, nicely done. And sluggers have to retreat. Warboss stays in play though, just backs off, and we have big shooters up for the shooter boys of Toilailee. Sluggers are going to wipe here. These are Texes, there we go, 480, 485. Warboss still backing off for Toilailee. Using the Sentinel quite aggressively is Stoned Elf Boy, trying to lead the line with it. Can he get a stomp off? It's a risky move. There is a stomp, gets the shooter boy squad and the Warboss, nicely done, and stays in play with those double guardsmen backing them up. 465, 485, there's the 2-to-1 for the Orks. There's the stomp from the Warboss, but the guardsmen are already in retreat, so it didn't knock them down. More repairs from the guardsmen too. Here comes that Commissar Lord now. There's his melee charge. No sign of any war gear. We do have the enhanced custom shooter up for Tex's Warboss. He is stomping around mid. This thing just got a pretty sizable damage buff recently. 33 DPS on a melee commander, and that has 100% accuracy on the move as well, I believe. Looks like it's coming to assist this west side. Commissar Lord runs away. Another really good stomp from the Sentinel. Good Sentinel play early on from Stoned Elf Boy. Shas'el looks like he got a really good stomp as well on double sluggers. 443, 485. Has him pegged back into base, but does cap the VP. Shas'el. Sluggers in retreat, should get away fine with 4 models. Guardsmen so pathetic in melee, he's not even bothering to force melee on them as they retreat. 443, 478, there's the 2-to-1 for the Imperial Guard. Looters up for both Ork players. Can Tex make these double sluggers work in tier 1 against a Sentinel? Has the enhanced custom shooter, which will do a lot of damage to one of them. We'll see how it goes. 443, 466. Boss pole up, is that? It is from Toilailee's Warboss. 443, 459, there's the 2-to-1 cap. Sentinel backs off, and Catachans are up for Shas'el. Did really well for him last game before they went down. Stoned Elf Boy also with some Catachans. 443, 451. There you see the DPS of the enhanced custom shooter will come up. 443, 445. Those Catachans suppressing those, get suppressed, I'm sorry, by the shooters. Lord General in retreat, looks like he has the sergeant up, gives them medical packs to distribute. Can't give them to himself though for some reason. 443, 439. 2 enhanced custom shooters up. When was the last time we saw this? Never is the answer. Warboss runs away for Tex. Commissar Lord chopping him up in the back, but looters will set up right in his face, and look how quickly that shield disappeared. Node now taking damage from Catachans, and this is good play on this west side. Has taken both the naturals, but Shas'el can't get his power back here, and the Sentinel goes down. Tried to save it, with that smoke grenade, but it's only a 50% reduction, so it went down. 443, 421 can now push on and try and take his power. These are infiltrated looters. The Catachans will spot them though when they get close enough for their keen sight. 443, 414. Gonna reveal them right in the face of the Lord General. Ouch. Takes down a retinue member very, very quickly, but they are going to be tied up by the Catachans. Or are they? Yes, they are. Going to lose at least one model, maybe two. Lucky not to lose two, I think. Are reliable on retreat path? Maybe no. 443, 401. Lots of pressure on this side for Tex to deal with. Stoned Elfway playing very, very well so far. Has a multi-last turret up as well. It's reasonably narrow on this side because you can't get to the VPs if you go through this area. You need to go through this relatively narrow area. 443, 376. That massive boss pole buff, I should say. Do they both have the same build? They do. Both have boss poles and enhanced custom shooter, and that buff stacks. 443, 353. Stone Elfway gets doubled. They have two gens up here, the Imperial Guard. Down goes the multi-last turret, and that was a good push, but can they capitalize on it by hitting power here? Shas'el is pushing back on this side and capping the Orks' power. Can he do so without dying? Should be able to do so. 443, 321. There is the cap, nicely done. And the Imperial Guard go tier 2, and he's noding that power as well. Catachan is now decapping the eastern edge. Down goes the Commissar Lord. Just too much DACA. I think he used, what is it called? Shoot 'em good to disrupt him. Mines dropped by the Commissar Lord. That's one of his globals. Will be spotted by this knob leader of the shooters and is decapping their power. 443, 288. Here comes Shas'el with the assist. Hard boys up on the shooters, which does reduce range damage in elite mod by 25% ranged and melee damage reduction. 442, 285. Warboss decapping the natural. Catachans doing a lot of damage with those shotguns. Should have stayed in the fight there. Force melee on this guy. Dodged the stomp. He would have gone down. 434, 285. Sentinel getting the missile launcher. Looters setting up. But the Sentinel able to stay in play with those repairs for now anyway. Here comes the Lord General. Gonna try and revive the Commissar Lord. East side starting to turn red again. They're taking their power back, taking that eastern edge power back. 405, 285. Triple cap for the Orks. Boom, look at those frag missiles going in. Forces a retreat from the shooters, and that changed the engagement big time. 387, 285. There's the triple cap steal for the Orks, and they're taking this western power now.
A power node is now in friendly hands.
Plus 76 power per minute for the Orks. Shas'el taking the VP, yes. Double slugger still running around for Tex, doesn't have any upgrades on his guys. Both the Warboss is still level 1. The Lord General's level 3. He's getting the flak jacket for incoming, 12530. That costs 350, 285 to the VPs, and it's a 1-1 cap. Looks like Imperial Guard going to take east for 2-1. Yes, can they hit power again? We have Plasma Gun Guardsman up again. Maybe to put pressure on any Weird Boy and of course any Knob Squad in tier 3. 349, 280. Kicking off on the west side again. Commissar Lord tying up the looters, but is overrun by sluggers and shooter boy fire, so needs to retreat, and the looters are kept in play. 349, 272. There's the 2-1 for the Imperial Guard. Looters setting up again. Need to be careful. One volley from those frag missiles and they could wipe those looters. Sentinel in trouble. Stone Elfway does back it off. Has stormtroopers with assault kit on the way. Might get a nice fragmentation grenade here. Sluggers moving in. Gonna tie up those stormtroopers. Yes, they've thrown a grenade somewhere. There it is on the shooters. Almost wipes them. Toilailee does get them away though, and a level to 2. Nicely done with the grenade. Sluggers very lucky. 3 models with 28 hit points. Losing a model to the... Ouch! A mine in retreat path finishes them off. 349, 245. Imperial Guard have taken it east. Look at this flank from Tex with double knob leader sluggers. Wiped 2 squads in retreat, says Toilailee. Must have wiped that Shooter Boy squad as well. Yes, it did, because his current Shooter Boy squad is level 1, which is not the one that we saw retreat there. Sentinel level 2. Really good Sentinel play by so far by Stone. Almost gets that 2nd gen, the sluggers, but they have to retreat out, nicely judged by Tex. And a Weird Boy is up here for Toilailee, sub-commander for Orks. Really good at dealing with blobs of infantry, which is what you often see from Imperial Guard. Commissar Lord with the Power Fist and Stubbornness, as we saw in the last game in fact. No sound of a Manticore this time, I think that's a good idea. Luther's still on this east side. Death Dread is up, burning stuff down with his burners and bits. And another Death Dread for Tex. Stick bombers on the way for Toilailee. Will disintegrate this range blob that Stone Elfway has if they land right. Big if though, 349-207. They're natural decapped, but they should get it back for a 2-to-1 hit. Taking the western power is the Imperial Guard, eastern power, which is empty, is Orky. Death Dread going into base, gonna try and burn down the turrets. 349-207. Shas'el seriously needs some AV, does have a heavy weapon squad, and they are getting a las cannon. Should get some stormtroopers with melters. Does have a melter gun up on the Catechans. Those guys level 2, 346-207. Stone's Catechan still level 1. That big boss pole buff. Stick bombers are up. Artillery unit that chuck these Orky grenades. Actually quite decent in melee combat as well, especially compared to guardsmen. Warboss trying to decap the power, should be able to do so. Those missiles completely missing. 333-207, there's the 2-to-1 for the Orks. Shas'el taking back the east side under fire. Should be able to complete that cap. Stick bombs thrown in. There is Zap up on the Catechan's jumps to the heavy weapon squad, and that was painful. These guys with an autocannon and with their refractor field now up. 328-207. Tex has no requisition at all. Does have double Death Dreads though, with burners and bits. 140-20 and just 250-60 for the initial Death Dread purchase. Really nice cheap walkers that the Orks get.
Sir, they've a solid 200 points now.
Warboss pushing against the Guardsmen. There's some serious DPS with that custom shooter. Las cannon setting up, but the Death Dreads are far away from it. And Toilailee is pushing the west side. It's going to decap the natural 328-191. Here comes the Commissar Lord. Is not happy with that Power Fist. Stomp does not disrupt him because he has his shield up. Stick bombs go in. Guardsmen retreating out, and here comes the flank from Tex. Double sluggers moving in. And a nice stomp again from Stone. Needs to be careful with this thing though. Weird Boy getting shots in. Looters are there. Warboss almost going down, and does go down in fact. The Commissar Lord might pay for it himself. Yes. Stick bombers in retreat path. Take him down. 326-191. Both Orky commanders are down. Looks like a Death Dread was also wiped for Tex. Las cannon I'm sure had a hand in it, but now being chased down by the other one. He doesn't have a whole lot else. Shas'el choosing to go tier 3, and Tex also choosing to go tier 3. Toilailee already there. Stone Elfboy in contrast getting quite heavy tier 2 on the field. 300-191 with the triple cap for the Orks.
Let's do it.
Heavy weapon squad not knocked down by the stick bombs because of the refractor field. Big Weird Boy hit on the Catechans, who obviously survive with 5 models and 50 hit points because they're Catechans and they're crazy like that. Autocannon backs away. 265-191. There's a triple cap for the Orks still, and they are completely dominating the map now, or at least starting to. Blue team only have this single generator up here, a power here, and a couple of rec points. Oh, they have another one here as well. 3 rec points for the Imperium. Battle wagon on the way for Toilailee. Did very well with it in the first game. Tex just about to hit tier 3, as is Shas'el, and Stone Elfway has also gone. This Sentinel has been awesome on this side. Level 3. There's too much pressure from Toilailee and some really timely assists from Tex. Level 4 Lord General. Level 2 Commissar Lord is still down. Level 2 Warbosses for both players. 211, 191. There's the 2-1 for the Orks. Can they deal with the battle wagon this time? They do have an autocannon and a las cannon. No Melter Storms, and that Death Tread is still stomping around. Gonna get in amongst guardsmen here, I think, or not. What is he doing? 208, 191. He's going right after that las cannon, I think. Las cannon doing big damage to vehicles and a really nasty snare as well. I think it's a 50% movement reduction, might even be more than that. Lehman Russ is dropped. Global ability of the Lord General, that's why he went to tier 3 so quickly. Even though he had Death Treads to deal with, this Death Tread is going to go down. Tex loses both of them and now has a Lehman Russ to deal with. 208, 182. Could try and get a Power Claw and go after it. In fact, he doesn't have that long to wait for a Nob Squad. 208, 182. Don't think it would be a good idea to get a looted tank. Tex seems to forget that he's in tier 3. Stoned Elfboy now coming for the assist on the east side. And the Imperial Guard should be able to take this VP. Yes. Can he hold his natural though while he does so? Here comes that big battle wagon. Loaded up with Orks, it looks like. Going straight into place. What is it up to? 196, 182. Autocannon sets up. Not facing the right way. There's a big zap gun shot. I'm not sure why he did that. 196, 182. Trying to take down the turrets, is he? Here comes that las cannon from Shas'el. Runs over the autocannon. Ouch. 196, 182. There's the 1-to-1. It's close. Las cannon getting shots now. Stick bombs. Throw stun bombs on them. Nicely done by Toilailee, and that will allow him to escape. That autocannon squad did survive. 196, 169 can't quite set up in time to get some shots on.
Our mates have captured the power.
Here we see incoming up from the Lord General. Also gives knockback immunity, which is awesome. He's level 5. Down goes the Commissar Lord, trying to decap the Orks natural. 196, 143. There's the triple. In fact, he did finish the cap here. That's a Basilisk creeping barrage from Shas'el. Nice thinking. Delays the cap, and mine's going off as well. 196, 126. Looters getting thrown all over the place. Here comes a weird boy now. They should be able to cap it now. There's the triple. Nob Squad on the way for Toilailee. Executioner cannon up for this Lehman Russ and the elite tank crew. Good damage to all targets with an AoE. It does have shorter range though than the Vanquisher. Really powerful upgrade though. 196, 88. There's a triple still for the Imperial Guard. Can they take the second game? Shas'el has the glimmer of hope that they might win. Nob Squad moving in. There's a big shotgun blast for the Catachans. Level 2. Double sluggers moving in though. That is nasty. There's no way to deal with the melee apart from the Catachans. And Orks should at least take the east side and then natural for a 2-to-1. Warboss in amongst that autocannon trying to tie it up. Is still firing though, now does tie it up. Looters are set up taking damage from those stormtroopers. Those frag missiles coming in, almost wiping those looters. A stomp on the Warboss. There's a warp vomit though. 196, 56. Warboss in retreat and should be okay. Another Lehman Russ, this time from Stoned Elfboy. More guardsmen for Shas'el. Should have got some Kasrkin, I think. Wants that repair support. 188, 56. Nob Squad now in retreat, and there's the 2-to-1 for the Orks. Can they hold on and take this game and take the series? Nob Squad not really bothered by the Basilisk flare. They want to smack you in the face. 177, 56. There's the stomp. Lehman Russ has the elite tank crew for Stoned Elfboy. Nob Squad outnumbered here, taking a lot of damage. Really want to get that Sentinel down though. It's a level 4 Sentinel and down it goes. There is Frenzy, suppression and damage immunity for 8 seconds or so. 165.56. Not even 8 seconds. That wasn't 8 seconds. How long does it last? I don't even know. Maybe it's 6. 165.56. Commissar Lord's level 2. Warboss does get away, has the power claw up now, and heavy armor. Has over 2,000 hit points at level 4. 1-to-1 cap. East side. Now, Imperial. Warboss, sorry, Weird Boy. Capping Blue's natural, but might go down from that range fire. In fact, will go down. Explodes on death, based on how much energy he had when he died. 161.56. Las Cannon is in the garrison there, trying to get shots off. 161.56. More mines dropped. It's very close. The Warboss will try and cap here. This is Toilailee's level 3. Tex all the way back to his base. That was a very long retreat. 161.56. Nob squad going after the Leman Russ, I think, are they? No, they're going after the Lord General. With those huge hammers giving momentum. Lord General's going to go down here if he's not careful. If he retreats, he's dead. Needs to try and just flee. Bang. That didn't connect for some reason. I think that was a special attack, that's why. 156.56. Nob squad almost wiped. 25 hit points. But they do get away. 152.56. Oh, reliable grenade launcher. There's a medical pack heal as well going off. 149.56. Leman Russ getting low. Now doesn't have any repair support. Dow goes down. How much health did it have there? 149.56. Commissar Lord going up against the Nob squad. Down goes his shield though, and is now in trouble. Look at his health fly down. Some headbutts and down he goes from range fire, I think. One squad inside the battle wagon, allowing all the guns to fire. Again, some really nice battle wagon play from Toilailee, kicking off on the east side. The Executioner is awesome. Level 2 Leman Russ. What is this? It's a Basilisk Creeping Barrage from Shas'el, keeping that Nob squad away from his tank, but did not disrupt the sluggers, who are standing around for some reason. What is going on here? Now they retreat, or at least one squad does, and the other squad does. That was very strange. Beamy Death Gun is up getting shots. 141.56. There's the 2-to-1 for the Orcs. They have both of the naturals. That's a Basilisk Flare Stone. The Elfway lost a ton of stuff though. Has a looted tank to deal with now. Toilailee has Nobs, Battle Wagon, and a looted tank. Good luck with that. Kasrkin on the way for Shas'el. But that is devastating losses, and I think Orcs will take this now with a 2-to-1 with both the natural. Shas'el coming to support, but might lose the east side because of that. Shooters should go cap. 138.56. Here comes the assist. This will be a telling engagement. Can he do some damage to Toilailee here? He can. Takes down a looted tank. Warboss takes their natural though for the 2-to-1. And Tex needs to push up on this east side. There he goes. Kasrkin now getting shots in. Now look at the DPS they do. 132.56. Commissar Lord will be revived. Lord General might hit level 8 and does hit level 8. Warboss flees. This is Toilailee's. And Imperial Guard taking a natural back. 123.56. That Leman Russ getting shots off. Tex preserving both of his sluggers, but no burners up for these guys. Power Claw trying to get in alongside that Nob squad. Beamy Death Gun, I should say, getting shots in. Down goes that Leman Russ. There's a Creeping Barrage again, but it was just too late. 112.56. Just the sheer weight of stuff going after that Leman Russ took it down. Guardsman just about getting away. 1 hit point. 99.56. There's a double cap for the Orcs, and that might be it. Maybe not. Commissar Lord decapping a natural. Gonna be a 1-to-1. Might be a 2-to-1 for the Imperial Guard. Here comes Toilailee back to his side. Stuff loaded into this battle wagon. Shield goes up for the Commissar Lord. Trying to finish the cap. Here comes a Nob squad, and he knows he can't make it, so retreats out. Could try and fight another day and almost goes down anyway. Big Zap Gun shot. Lord General is here, level 8. Where are the Kasrkin? Moving back out to the east. Orks will get a 2-to-1. Looted tank on the way for Tex now. Lord General retreating and replacing retinue members as he does so. There is the suppression on the Warboss, but here comes a Nob squad. They don't have their Nob leader yet, but do have Mina and Brina and their hammers. And we might see a triple Ork. No, we won't see a triple Ork cap because Imperial Guard taking east side again. Is lots of 1-to-1s and very brief 2-to-1s here. Nob squad decapping. 85-56. Heavy weapon squad coming back out of base. Plasma gun Kasrkin, would like to see a bunch of those and see how they do versus Nobs, especially since they have grenades as well. We do have Kasrkins up for Shas'el, but I can't see a weapon upgrade for them. Don't want to fight sluggers in melee either. 79-56. Kasrkins are on the way for Stoned Elf Boy. Just 450-45 for these guys. They are an awesome range squad as well. Would like to see them perhaps as a global for each commander, costing requisition and red to drop in tier 3. That would be cool. But anyway, Nob squad in retreat here. 67-56 and rocks on base. Stoned Elf with just stormtroopers and guardsmen now, and the Orks surely are going to take this game unless they completely screw up this west side. Imperial Guard 2 after the east, but here comes a Nob squad to flank that tank. And Vimy is getting shots alongside that looted tank, which might go down and does go down. The front mounted Leman Russ takes it. 51-56, 2-to-1 cap for the red team. Vimy Death Gun Looter retreats out. Katachan's shotgunning the Nobs and then fleeing. 45-56, Nob squad deciding to cap instead of going after the tank. The Warboss can do that. He's level 6. One more touch from that Power Claw and that Leman Russ is done for. Can he get an attack in? There we go, bang. 35-56, that is definitely it. Commandos on the field for Toilailee as well. These guys capping 50% faster than normal. Also with the Love the Daka, look at that disruption. There's the Basilisk Flare. He's going to try and use that to decap at least. 14-56. What is Shas'el up to? Can't stand versus the Nob squad. There's the triple, and there is the game. And Toilailee and Tex proceed to the quarterfinals with a 2-0 series victory. Stoned Elfboy and Shas'el holding their own very, very well. Had Toilailee and Tex on the ropes at some points, but Toilailee was just really strong on this west side. Really good battle wagon play yet again, but Stoned Elfboy had an awesome sentinel which unfortunately went down to Nobs. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next game.